All right, y'all, welcome to another episode of Music in the Minor League. This week, we're joined by Nash Daniels, also known as Kerosene Pipedream. That's his band, and the founder of HowdyFest, which takes place Thanksgiving weekend at the 101 in Bryan, Texas. Last year was the first one. This year's the second annual. We're fortunate enough to be playing it. We're really grateful to be included. There's a lot of great artists. It starts on Friday, November 28th. Bernardo Ramirez and Burton Myers do a song swap. Billy Hartman and Torrin Franklin do a song swap. Ethan Pacheco, Joel Allen, and Dawson Holland do a song swap. Drifters and Grifters play in the Southern Degenerates. Then on Saturday, Klutz plays, Gabe Wooten, Great American Boxcar Chorus, Brightwire, which is us, Grifters and Shills, and Bobcat one-man band. So it's going to be a heck of a show. $10 at the door each day. If you're around the Bryan area, definitely check it out. Met Nash in like February of 2020, which we cover here in a second. And, you know, we just kept up with him since. It was cool to finally sit down and get to talk to him. We talked about getting started in music, you know, how it was a healthy outlet from destructive habits and things like that. You know, music can be a great thing, can bring us all together. And then we covered a bunch of other stuff, and we'll get to that in a second. As always, before we start, let's get to the housekeeping part. First up, if you like the podcast, share it with a friend. If you're going out to HowdyFest, share the podcast, help us get the word out. If you're one of the bands playing HowdyFest, hit us up, man. Let's talk. The most important thing you can do for independent artists is give them some free publicity, share it, talk about it. If you hear someone you like, make a post a picture to your social media. Just let people know what's going on. It helps so much. Next up, let's get to what Brightwire's up to. Tomorrow, we'll be out at Anderson Fair with Matt Harlan, part of his songwriter series. We are stoked for that. A, we love Matt, and B, Anderson Fair is a historic venue, and we're grateful to finally be able to play there. On Friday, we'll be out at the League City Folk Association Songwriter Night. That's put on by Tucker Hart, who y'all may remember from season 1. We'll be playing a few songs out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then Saturday, Kim and I will be down at Mod Coffee House in Galveston. And then the next week, we'll be at HowdyFest. That's how we close out November, man. So we look forward to seeing y'all out there. And really, that about does it, man. So let's just cut through the whole beginning. This song's called Pain on Pain. It's one of Nash's songs. We hope you dig it. We'll see you on the other side. Later.
Don't smoke the resin of your life right now. Oh, you gotta find a spark. You gotta get out, or you're doing all the same things that you once did. The same old bar with the same old friends. Same old bar with the same old friends. Well, I'm running like a net, just sketching my own mind. From here to Calhoun County, and I think that I might drive into the ocean with no seatbelt, or finally make a call and say I need some help. Need some help. Some pain on your nails. Change them 10 times if you want to. The pain I sent in the mail. 20 years later, I loved you. Price of gas and rent and cigarettes are too damn high, and Republicans and Democrats are always in a fight. It's American is working on the holidays. At least that's what I thought. I told my family. Family. Man on the TV stole my mom and dad away from me. So paint on your nails. Change them 10 times if you want to. The pain I sent in the mail. 20 years later, I loved you. I've been to Mobile and I've been to Baton Rouge, up out to Austin and West Texas too. Well, you're never gonna see me on those Texas picker charts, but maybe in a Walmart parking lot. Parking lots. Don't smoke the resin of your life right now. Oh, you gotta find a spark. You gotta get out, or you're doing all the same things that you once did. The same old bar with the same old friends. Same old bar with the same old.
All right, y'all, welcome to another episode of Music in the Minor League. This week we are joined by Nash Daniels. Nash is putting on the HowdyFest in Bryan. We're actually going to be a part of it. This is, altruistic as it is self-serving today. We're going to talk to him. We met Nash back in right before the pandemic,
literally
February 2020. We played at Revolution Bar in Bryan.
Rest in peace.
Made it off, our affections for Tim Barry. And then it was like, dude, what's up?
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hit and everything got weird, and then somehow we're out the other side. And he was kind enough to invite us to be a part of the fest up there in Bryan at the 101, and we just were like, dude, will you come talk to us, because we'd like to catch up. It's been a few years. So
yeah, it has. That was y'all were the first at Revolution. That was the first bill that I ever played with some other musicians. It was y'all and Grifters and Chills.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was really exciting. I remember that vividly, and I think it was a couple weeks later. I remember just seeing a random news article, and it was Revolution. It was probably like a open mic night, and I just kind of said on the mic, y'all hear about this town called Wuhan? It's 11 million people. They shut it down and everything, and we all know the whole song and verse after that.
Yeah, no shit. Me and Kim were out for our anniversary, and we got dinner at one place, and the NBA is trying to figure out what to do, and then we went to another place to get a couple of beers, and the drive over the 10 minutes, it was Rudy Gobert has COVID, NBA is shut down, everything, and we're like, what the fuck? Just 15 minutes ago,
happening?
we don't know what we're gonna do. It's over, everything's over, it's all shutting down.
Well, dude, yeah, and I'm a teacher, and so we were on spring break, and I was at my sister's place in Bastrop, and we're
oh wow,
I guess we're gonna go home because I got to go back to school, and then I get a text from the district hey, we're shut down. I was like, what? Well, I guess I'm still on vacation.
But what do you really mean? No, we're actually we're
yeah, because we had they initially was oh, the district's gonna be closed for a week, just make sure, and then it's we got into that week hey, you know what? Don't put your pants back on. Just go ahead and stay on the couch a little longer. And then it was okay, we're gonna figure out how to teach art from home with no supplies. Have fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
good luck with that.
Goodness.
Mailing kids crayons.
Oh, dude, but the best was the grades got so low that the district had to come back and change the minimum passing requirement from a 70 for the fourth 9 weeks to a 60. Then they're okay, for the second semester, if you got a 60, you can pass. And then they're we're still failing. Okay.
Oh, they gave a bell curve.
Oh, dude, it got to the point that if you got a 60 for the year, you passed all your classes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's
another thing that I didn't. I mean, it's some mild change of topic, but with this working for the youth corps, there's some kids that it's weird to say kids, but they're 19, 20, 21, 22, and those are a lot of kids that are that had went through their graduation of senior year during COVID are official adults now, and there's some things that have just been oh dang, I wonder what it would have been to be an 18-year-old kid going through senior year during COVID. Here's your introduction into the real world.
Right, everything's shut down, everyone's going crazy.
Yeah, it sucks, kids.
Yeah.
All right, well, now that we started with our good
Sorry,
trauma, sorry, I took us there, and I was oh man, I went too deep.
That got dark fast.
Well, man, we got HowdyFest coming up. I guess this is the second year. What got that rolling?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it was the renewal of the UTA and M game was last year, and it's going back and forth from Bryan College Station to Austin, and I just I grew up I grew up a Texas Longhorn fan. I've lived in Bryan for almost 10 years of my adult life, and I just remember like Thanksgiving and football and food, and a big part of that was the UT and A&M game. And so last year was the first year that they renewed the rivalry, and they were having the game in College Station, and what otherwise would have been like a pretty slow night for the bar after Thanksgiving, I was just like, let me just try to throw something together. I did some like two. It was just one night. This year I've doubled it up and done 2 nights, the 28th and the 29th, Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. But last year it was 2 song swaps between, I guess it was 4 songwriters in total, and then I had 4 bands. I had Caleb Holscher and the Homegrown Tomatoes. These guys out of Crosby at the 22s. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Young kids. They're really great.
Look them up.
Yeah, the 22s. Caleb Holscher out of Conroe, and then 2 local bands that are going to be playing again this year. Drifters and Grifters.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll address that.
I have heard of them.
We were actually supposed to play a show with them like that one time, and then I think that was when one of the many early, like after the reopen, like Dan Electro's changing hands and bookers, and it just turned into like
they've had more than a couple different change in ownerships over the last couple years, huh?
Yeah, it's been
right?
flip flop. The new guys have been like holding it down, but yeah, there was like really quick, like
there was
shut
a while
down.
there.
We opened, and then we had a show with them, and might even have been you, and then it was like, never mind, we're switching owners. We got a new booker. We're doing this instead, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
it was
but Drifters and Grifters, and then Southern Degenerates. They'll be back this year. I just thought it was kind of addressing the whole, like, you've got Drifters and Grifters, and then Grifters and Shills on the same bill, and just making sure I'm not.
That's one of our joke names for them, is Drifters with Grills. We're like, y'all from Houston, y'all should change your name and be like, show up to all the shows with like gold grills.
Some ice.
Yeah, it's like looking cool.
I'd be down.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, no, it started just kind of on a whim, and then by the end of the night, like, I guess, the door and how, like, what the bar had done in sales. Jeremy Stark, their bar owner, was nice enough to put a little bit more money on the door, because he was just surprised that it was as successful. And I was just like, can I do it again next year? And so now, I'm already trying to kind of loosely plan for year 3.
But I think that's really cool, though, because the owner, Jeremy, is a really cool dude, and he just wants like people to come to Bryan. Like, that's what he wants. He just wants people, because you'll have a great music scene there. Anytime when I played with the Grizzly Band, when I played with Brightwire, it's always good shows. On a Sunday afternoon, Revolution Bar would be packed, and so it's because Bryan has a great community of musicians there. So I'm really happy that the 101 came in and kind of was able to be like that new, like, safe haven for creative kids in that area. So
I mean, and so what the 101 is kind of it's what Revolution, the maybe at the time, like the spare part. I'm not trying to put any bad connotations. Spare parts is not the right word, but you had a lot of happy hour regulars, and the main guy being Jeremy over at Revolution Cafe and Bar before COVID. And when COVID happened, he had a job in the oil field and kind of just stumbled across the property and was like, maybe I want to open a bar. And they've been open for, I think, 4 years now, maybe 5, coming up on 5 years.
Yeah, so you played there quite a few times over the years.
It's such a cool place, man. It's an old gas station, dude.
Yeah, and I think it's great. Well, I was just talking with Justin at the door about this last night, and how it's like the fact that the restrooms are completely separate from the rest of the bar, like a service station would be, is ideal for the dive bar crowd.
Right.
And they're like the cleanest dive bar restrooms I've ever been in.
Yeah,
they are nice.
Like Eddie Spaghetti from the Super Suckers has this whole dirty shitholes part of his Instagram, and it's all the bathrooms across the country and the world.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, Eddie Spaghetti, you need to go there because you won't call it a dirty shithole. I guarantee you.
You saying that, the first thing that came to my mind was the Springwater Supper Club in Nashville. Their bathroom was fucking disgusting.
And I don't even want to know.
It just reeks of ammonia.
Oh yeah, the ones where you're walking up and your eyes start burning outside. It's like, oh, cool.
Quality.
Yeah, no, the patrons there pee anywhere but the toilet.
Well, that's just a waste of resources.
I also think it's cool if this came out of like the A&M UT game for like people who aren't from, I mean, I guess people in Alabama get like the Auburn, Alabama game, but it's like growing up, that was like a huge deal. Like we had parties every year up into like adulthood. Like, you know, everyone from high school is getting back together. Not a single one of us went to UT or A&M.
Nope.
But damn.
Yeah, but
like,
you know someone that did, or your family member, or like you wore one of the merch.
I've lost
it was like-
friendships over this game.
It was like a game. Like I'm going A&M. I'm going UT.
Right.
And then just like talking shit to each other all year. It's like, are you going to go there? Like, no, but
I can't afford that. It's $37,000 a year to go to UT. I know that because a friend of mine's kid just went to a college date.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
well, that's now, but back in the day, it wasn't that bad.
It was $30,000.
It didn't really seem that way back then, but I think that both my parents are very, very proud of me for being a college dropout. I saved them a lot of money.
Right?
At the time, we were pissed, but now we have a hot tub because of you.
Yeah, well, both of my parents are quilters, and so they invested
way.
in long arm. Yeah,
Wow.
they had Katie. I'm gonna get some advertising money after this later, but katiequilting.net.
Wow.
And so they've got 2 long arm machines that are just ridiculous costs. But yeah, that both my parents they have a quilting business.
Dude, that's
So
legit.
I like to think that the byproduct of me being a college dropout was
Yeah, that's where that
all right,
tuition
we don't
money
have
went.
to-
Probably
Yeah.
right.
That's pretty cool.
We started our own business.
Yep.
They're like, thank you, Nash. Thank you.
Saved us. Well, I guess a good thing to talk about now, man. It's like we got this, talking about it, but like it's just interesting. What got you into playing music? I mean, what was the thing that got you outperform? I didn't realize that the show you played with us was like one of your first ones. So it's like,
Yeah, I had picked up the guitar in like November of 2018, just being in the dive bar too much and like kind of having too much fun and getting to a point where it was just like horribly depressing and squalor and just like kind of seeing what that trajectory kind of looked like. And so I was living with some friends at the time that were musicians, and one of them was nice enough to kind of help me learn little basic chords here and there, and then I just used it as an excuse to not go to the bar, because I worked there at the same time, all this other stuff. It's a long story, but more or less just to try to put my time somewhere a little more constructive and healthier. And and I just kind of started wanting to play songs that I had been introduced to by different friends and stuff. Like Lost Dog was a big one. Benjamin Todd, Justin Honeycutt actually used to kind of be close with him back in his Benjamin Todd's and Justin's squalor days. But he just like introduced me to some cathartic kind of songwriting that made me want to like I want to play that song, and I did that and learned 15 or 20 different songs, and then just started bugging friends that had already played music and to just hop on their bills or do song swaps with Colton French was actually the first person that I played a show with. And it just kind of I found a way to make some money doing it, and I didn't want to stop.
Heck yeah.
nah, that's cool, man. Because I'm always interested to see what got people to like do this. What I'm going to do, and it's kind of cool that it was like a cathartic, as a way to kind of understand like getting caught up in the bar scene, especially when you work there. Because like for a while there, it became. I mean, my son kind of the same thing when he worked at a bar. It's like, all right, we're going there on our night off and hanging out, and that's the scene. And the moment he left there, it was like, you want to go somewhere else? And everyone's like, no,
I'm good.
we're gonna be here. And he's like, oh, I don't really want to go where I used to work.
It kind of feels like work. I'm not getting paid.
Yeah, your second living room that all of a sudden is just it's like good things can spoil too, and you just got to keep things in the right place, and that's kind of where I was. And so but yeah, like, and then starting to like the thrill of being able to like send an email to a random person and just be like, hey, could I do this thing? When I was first starting out, like getting that confirmation or that like, yeah, we'll pay you $100 or whatever was like at some point, like sometimes like more of a thrill than playing the show, like just getting that like confirmation.
Right. They actually responded to me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Booking is the roller coaster, though, because I mean, there's points like we've booked tours, or like me and John Stoll from Grifters and Chills together. We're just like, dude, should we quit? Like, no one's emailed us back in like 2 weeks. We suck. And then it feels like there was one day where like 3 venues all email like, yeah, man, you're set for like these 3 towns. We're like, we're the greatest band ever. Like,
It's a
everyone
roller
loves
coaster.
us. this is awesome, man. We're so successful. And then
We're gonna make it.
Day before we should quit. Like, how much money can I sell all this shit for?
$5.
Yeah, it's really easy. I definitely have gone through similar thought processes of like just being able to like not taking into account other people's attention spans of like, you know, they get 100 emails or they might not be. It's just like a lot of times I'll bug them, just be like, hey, just following up like 7, maybe 10 days later.
Yeah.
And then like just not thinking like, well, they might have just not even seen it. They're not like sitting there like looking and listening and being like, that sucks. I'm just going to ghost them and not say anything. There's a good chance that they just haven't seen it at all. Like a lot
You're
of it's
so
just
optimistic. You keep that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's fake it till you make it a lot of times.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it's not
True.
wrong. 'Cause we know people who
Yeah.
book venues, and it's just kind of like, we've already got that date booked. Just delete. I can't send 50 replies.
Yeah.
Just delete.
Well, that's like Jared, who used to be in Urban Pioneers, was talking about that. You know, he just wishes that the booker would just be like, "I got your email." Like that's all. You don't have to tell me yes or no, just so I know that it didn't just go into the ether and never exist. You know, like he was like, if I could just get a response, as no, I got your email. I might get to it, I might not, but I did get it. So.
Has my email been tagged as spam? Is it going to everyone's spam folder?
Am I on a
That's
no-fly
what
list?
I worry about sometimes too. Yeah, that's a big one where I'm like,
We haven't heard
or
from
if you get
anybody.
that it kicks back or whatever. You ever gotten a kickback
Right.
email?
Maybe the
Like,
email
to block
address.
me or something? How does this work?
Oh yeah, maybe having the email address BigDick69 wasn't a good call.
Straight to Sam.
Right.
Even our regular boring band one, I'm like, 'cause there's times I've gotten emails from an old band email I use where I had to send like, you know, say I got something in like this email I wanted to send to myself to have like a file, a picture, and it would be like, why is it in my spam folder?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, we got to abandon this email address and make a new one.
Right.
Because it's like, now I know that it did happen.
Yeah.
So it's not us.
That's why we have a Gmail account. They're less likely, but like when it was like at, you know, samuelbarker.net or at brightwiremusic.com, it's like, that's sketchy as fuck.
Or
Delete,
or at Hotmail, spelled MALE.com.
you know, that's fine too.
Oh my gosh.
That's probably more legit than like, oh, hey, what's this about?
Right.
Depends on the venue.
Have you ever seen? Yeah, I've seen people. I might have done it myself, but I've seen people that'll do the little stories with the hyperlinks that you put the caption on of the title of the hyperlinks, and somebody else, you know, write OnlyFans, but the link is to the Spotify, and it's just the amount of clicks, regardless of what you look like. People are like, no fucking way.
That's
you know, it's
great.
like, damn it, you know,
Got
the
me
Trojan
again.
horse of clickbait.
Damn it.
Go to our new OnlyFans.
Now we
It's
have
great.
ideas.
Right. We could make a
It's
lot
a
of
sad
money.
reality sometimes, just trying to get people's attention. You know, it's the kind of as a whole, just like all of it. There's the filing cabinet is just too full for all of us.
Yeah, well, as a teacher, I see firsthand the next wave of what's coming our way. And I swear to God, if you can't get their attention in less than 2 seconds, it's gone.
You're done.
Because they are
Yeah.
so fast at scrolling whatever they're on. Like, they're not even... I'm like, what are you looking at? Shiny stuff. That's all. So if you can figure out a way to make it shiny, you might have a chance. That's all it is.
Oh boy.
I know. It's glitter.
Oh boy, is right.
All glitter.
But then you get them on like Battlefield or something. And it's like 7 days later.
Oh,
Haven't
dude.
bathed, haven't done anything.
Right. Red Dead Redemption 2, my kid comes out of his room all like all starved looking like, I beat it. I'm amazing.
Nice.
Haven't slept in a week. Damn it.
Yeah, but you
But it
failed
is
all your
done.
classes. But it is done. I beat it on perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
Yeah. You know, so it's just interesting how that goes. But yeah, I think it's just as places like Spotify and then with all the AI music, shit like that, it's just making it was already kind of disposable, but now it's just like, well, whatever. They can make whatever I want. What do I want to hear?
Yeah, what am I? Let me type what genre I want into Chat GTP, and they'll make me a playlist. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
My favorite way, it might be a little petty or ordinary, but like my favorite, like when I see some of those things that people post, or like a Sora video, or I just like to be like, you know, I wonder how many gallons of water this took to make.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like that's
You
what's
guys know
so-
this is fake, right?
right. This isn't real. This is not real. This is not
But
reality.
all this
Some
electricity.
of them are hilarious, but you have to be like, I don't know, just all this, like the small town. This is a music podcast. I'm not getting into
Right.
all
Don't get
this
us
stuff.
started
So
on
I'm
the
so
AI.
sorry.
Right, no, it's fine. We go there ourselves, like, right, then this happened, and damn it, get off my lawn. But I mean, I guess
Right.
that's one good thing about even doing a lot of the songwriter stuff, and you know, I mean, growing up like in punk bands and stuff, it was like there were never that many people. Like a sellout was going to Fitzgerald's, and like 500 people filled the building.
Yeah.
and like for us, those were the huge bands that filled. Like, dude, can you believe it? No
So-
Effects sold all 500 tickets dance tonight. And, it was just like, so I don't know, it's just finding the people at this point. Like I've mentioned recent things, the oddity for me is even when I go see young friends of ours that are like in their 20s playing music, most of the audience is my age. And it's like,
or older.
yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's like even the people who go out to live music to see the young bands are older people. They're like, we love live music.
Yeah, we still mine for it. We've talked about this before. It's that whole like found it. Like you go out and you find that band that kind of just sparks you, and you're like, holy crap! And then you go to like your best friend, and you're like, dude, you got to check this out. And that friend's going to appreciate it. And so it's like now they've got not just one new fan, but two new fans. And so in their world, they're like, I'm the coolest thing ever. Because
even with the like, to me, I feel like it's there. I do have the whole like sideline complex, especially with like maybe not just like hearing really great music and you see the guy dressed in full pads in the stands kind of thing. When an artist like has control of a room and like all that attention is right there and they're able to play their songs to their best of their abilities and just like completely capture a room. To me, that's something that's like maybe not in this like envious way, but it's an inspirational like, okay, like that experience being a part of that kind of lit a fire under my ass. Like I want to go and try to write something that can, you hear a pin drop or you hear somebody in the corner like weeping.
No, those are the moments where it's like, I can't wait to get home and like grab my guitar and start writing something. Like, I wish I could just teleport right now. Like, when you're at those shows where it's like, that was amazing. Like, I just want to, don't talk to me. I have song ideas.
I've got too much in my head right now. I need to decompress. Guitar, where are you?
There's nothing better than seeing music that like inspires you to make, to do something. It's like, that was awesome. Like, I need to step up and do this better.
Well, and then you also realize that those people tend to do that every time they perform, regardless of the crowd size. Like, it's just like, they're just that good at what they do. And so you're like, damn it, I hate you, but in the best way ever.
Well, it's
like,
almost otherworldly. Like they go to another place.
Yes.
That's what I envy. Like,
well, like you can, even if you, so the two people that are coming to mind right now, one that's a little more pertinent, I guess, because of HowdyFest, like Gabe Wooten, like I've heard him tell like just the stories, not even the songs, just the stories before his songs, and I'm like, oh, I've heard this one. I've heard Gabe play a set like 4 or 5, maybe 6 different times, and some of his songs I've heard more, or his stories I've heard more than once, but he still finds a way for me not to like, there's like just little small details, or the way that Falling Rising kind of Vonnegut, just like you're listening the whole time, but like, why are you talking about a weed eater? Like,
it's just like that, the delivery.
Like he'll tell the weed eater story, and you know how it goes, but for some reason, every time he's able to just the cadence and the way he'll talk about it, it's just like he'll bring you in, get your attention.
Yeah, he definitely has that kind of good stand-up comedian timing with like, here's how we work it, here's where it drops, and you hear it over and over. It's like,
here's where you let it sit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let it slow burn, like let it kind of slowly get there, and they're like, then you got them.
That's the best, just hanging out, having a beer. Like, Scott spent basically this entire last weekend hanging out with Gabe in front of the Old Quarter, so it was...
Yeah, I was going to ask about this. Got the Old Quarter Songwriter Festival. Is that what that's called?
Yeah. Joel and Angela got that rolling. They got a grant and then, like, put it on and kind of, swung for the fences. It actually turned out really cool. It's like, we were involved. We ran a couple of the stages and stuff, and it was...
We performed
Friday It was rad,
night.
yeah. Yeah, we did that, too, and luckily Joel took I was like, I had no proof that we were there outside of
one photo
telling people, and luckily Joel got one cell phone photo, so I was like, there, it's us. We're a little blurry, but it's us.
It's like Sasquatch in the woods.
But it was a really cool experience, and like saying, it was like all the old hardcores hanging out. It's great, even in the festival, like Gabe and Randino and everybody's just posted up in front of the Old Quarter, smoking and talking and holding court. It's like people go in and watch some of the show, and then they kind of mosey out and get caught up in and there I was.
Yeah.
My favorite was watching the people who were coming in and out, because I worked the door for Saturday night, and watching people just like come from another venue to see the songwriter that was about to perform. And then they would run into the songwriter that they just saw, because that person came over to see the show.
Yeah.
So the songwriters were hanging out. They were everywhere, and like people got to like visit and talk to their favorite songwriters, which I could obviously tell they were excited about. So
which was cool, because like John Evans played forever. Like so all these people who left other venues came over, and then Brent Best walked over, Kevin Russell. So all these people come walking up, and there's all these people standing outside the venue like, oh my God, I just saw you. That was awesome. So it was kind of cool that everybody, nobody there was, and it was like, nothing bad happened. That was my thing. There was no, I mean, John Moreland got sick and couldn't make it, but then like Kevin Russell was like, I'm not doing anything this weekend, dude. I'll roll down. Yeah. Come down from Austin.
That's so cool.
I'll cover.
Oh, okay. So he filled in for him?
Yeah, like he was the last second, like he got added Friday morning. Like, oh no, Moreland's sick and he can't come. And then Joel texted a couple people. He's like, dude, I'm not doing anything, man. I'll come. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And he just showed up, played the show, came, just hung out and talked to everybody, man. And like I say, everybody who came was really cool, and that made a big deal. It reminded me that a lot of local dudes that I've seen for years where I was like, man, like Jimmy Pizzatola, I'm like, I forget, man. Like I'm spoiled to know him. Like that dude is just an amazing songwriter. And it's just,
man, you know who impressed me? There was two. Zach Aaron.
Yeah, that Zach Aaron kid
was
really good.
By him, yeah.
And his dog, amazing, Lori.
Okay.
And then
check that out.
And then a local who I've run into and bumped into for years, Chris Olsen.
Yeah, Chris.
Dude, like I had no idea that was there, man. Like he always hung out at the bar. He's always usually bar backing at Old Quarter.
Yeah, Chris has kind of got that like Chris Knight thing happening. I think Chris is from Tennessee, or
I believe so.
And he's got that like, you know, just kind of, he can't understand most of what he's talking, like heavy accent.
Yeah.
And he's, he's like no bigger than a minute. He's a little guy, and he's just like, man, I'm doing that. And then he gets up there, he starts singing. You're like, man, I can understand everything. It's most words of Chris's I've understood in a row ever.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it was a good time.
He speaks better on the mic in the songs than he does. Just
yeah.
100%.
If you ever see Chris Knight interviews, it's like, man, I reckon we're going to do all, and then he starts playing, and you're like, oh, dude, wow, I can't believe he sings that well.
Oh, this makes sense. All right, cool.
He's putting all that energy into the song, so talking, all the other stuff falls by the wayside.
Pretty much.
So if he's lucky, he's got someone like him who's like, enunciate.
That's what I told you.
Was it just at the Quarter, or were there other places around Galveston? Like, there was
the Old Quarter. Well, it was like the main three venues: the Scottish Rite, which is like a Mason's Lodge thing, but they have a big theater. It's been there since like I want to say early 1900s, late 1800s.
Early 1900s. Yeah.
Was it? I couldn't remember if it was pre-storm or after. And then the Old Quarter, and then the Proletariat, which was like a block. So it was like basically every venue was like 2 blocks from the other. So you you had to walk a little bit. And then Naked Iguana Brewery had we hosted a local songwriter showcase there, and Thursday night was the kickoff party. And it was about 2 blocks away from the Old Quarter and probably 4 from the other ones. But it wasn't that bad. It was walkable. It was a nice weekend, so that helped.
Yeah,
the weather was gorgeous, yeah. Nice. We're hoping for good weather on Thanksgiving weekend.
And there were some folks down too from the Bryan area. So we were
Oh yeah?
We did talk up HowdyFest.
Yes, we did.
They're like, man, we love to see y'all. I'm like, dude, we're gonna be in Bryan Thanksgiving weekend. Like, you don't have to go that far.
I should be getting the flyers in the mail.
Hell yeah.
Here in a couple days, and so we'll definitely have at least 4 or 5 of them out there for all the bands to sign and stuff. And
rad. We're starting getting back to pushing the lines. It's cool, man. Nothing beats that like post Thanksgiving hanging out and just like, let's go see some shows, man.
I don't want to hang out with my family. I love my family.
Right, but
we're gonna see them on Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
And then we're done.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, I don't want to be too pessimistic, but I don't think most people don't want to. It's not that they don't want to not see their family. They just don't want to have to hang around for 5 hours watching reruns of How It's Made on the History Channel while everybody has like 2 or 3 cups of coffee, and it's just like, all right, well, what now? I'm full. Do I take a nap? Is that rude? I haven't seen this third cousin in however so long.
Why don't we go out and get some drinks and leave Grandma and Grandpa and all the old aunts and uncles here?
Let them nap.
Exactly. When the time is right. When the time is right, and that time is at 5 p.m. on Friday, November 28th.
That is the right time, ladies and gentlemen.
Then see yourself out.
Yeah, well, and it's like you have Christmas, and Christmas is cool because you have all the distractions of all the new shit you got, and so you're like, cool, I can hang out at Grandma's house. I'm building Legos right now. I don't care. Right. But you don't really. All you get is like tryptophan and take a nap after Thanksgiving, and then it's like it's time to go somewhere.
Everybody's coming home from Black Friday shopping and shit, and you're like, all right, man, we're gonna go.
No thanks.
Depressed because they didn't get a Labubu.
Everyone's like hyper aggressive because they've been out fighting people at the local Walmart.
No, they stopped doing that, dude. Like,
I
kind of miss the knife fights.
I miss the actual Black Friday kind of stuff, but I also simultaneously I'm glad that they've started doing that whole. They can make more money if they do it throughout a whole month instead of one day.
Yeah,
stop trying to. Man, I'm glad people aren't killing themselves over.
Do you remember like the kind of
Vizio
the
TV.
starting point of that was the Tickle Me Elmo. Like that was the
wow,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was tough
Well,
for the
so-
toy stores. That should have been happening for decades. Just
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
gonna
when
stab you.
That's when it went mainstream, and everyone's like, that's when everyone jumped on it. Like, oh crap, people are crazy
Yeah.
for this stuff. We got to get, and then you start looking at everything that they put on the Black Friday stuff, and it's A, it's stuff you can get normal price usually, or B, it's crap you wouldn't want anyway. They put a really low price on it, so you think you're getting something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids,
Yeah,
to
but-
ruin it.
I hate shopping. I stay away from all stores on Black Friday.
Well, now you can't even trust Amazon. You want to get this? I was driving over here, and hopefully my daughter's not listening to this, because my sister ordered her 2 Labubus, like actual Labubus, and they didn't get delivered. The Amazon workers stole it. And so my sister contacted, and they're like, well, it's sold out. We can't replace it. And my sister's like, oh, awesome. So your person steals it, and I just get a, hey, you want a credit? Like, she's like, no, I don't want a credit.
Right?
Have your money back.
Yeah, thanks. And she wanted the corporate office, and they wouldn't give it to her.
Well, what do you want? Well, you can't make shit materialize.
That's true. If they're sold out, they're sold out.
Yeah.
It's tough, but that's the commercialism and,
It makes the
welcome to
holidays so
late-stage
wonderful, doesn't
It does. My daughter will be happy with whatever she gets for Christmas, because you know what? She's a happy kid.
There you go.
That's great.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Anyway,
So instead of
what
shopping,
are you getting for Christmas now?
Yeah, what are you getting?
Oh, I don't know.
What do you want for Christmas? People to come
I want to. I don't know, man.
see everybody on Friday.
The 28th.
Yeah,
5
I want
p.m.
I want
November
an
20th.
early Christmas present on Thanksgiving. Having everybody, all of Brazos Valley, go to the 101.
Right, and what you have to realize too, people, if you're listening to this, there will be a 2-hour break in the entertainment for the game.
Yeah, we're gonna play some. Or we're gonna
So you
watch some
can-
football. I think it's gonna be about an hour and a half. We'll see. The last thing I want though is just like somebody. I think Billy Hartman and Torrin Franklin are gonna be playing before the game starts, and then Joel and his buddy Ethan Pacheco. I don't think Dawson Holland's gonna be able to make it. I'm still not sure, but I just didn't want to. I'm putting in a break for sure, so people that want to watch the football game can uninterrupted by music, and vice versa, where people that are wanting to listen to music and the people that are playing the music don't get interrupted by cheering and hooting and hollering over a touchdown.
yeah,
They weren't
That
cheering
is
for
always
me.
the best. Where we played that Ronnie's that time during the World Series.
Oh, man.
And it was like, oh no, y'all play anyway. And it'd be like, you'd hit like say one line. It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, it was a good line. Thank you.
I thought so too. I put it myself.
Wasn't the home run. It was that great line I delivered.
One of I guess it was the first couple years that I started playing, I guess like 2021 maybe. I had played, I wish I could remember the venue name, but I'm not going to say it. But it was in Cameron, Texas. And me and Torrin Franklin, who's also on the bill, he was, we were going to do a song swap, and we showed up, and it was the night that, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield.
oh god,
Oh, the bite night?
I think it was like one of Mike Tyson's first coming out of, doing before the whole Jake Paul stuff.
Yeah.
And we showed up, and it was a fight night, and the door guy was trying to like saying that we couldn't be in there without paying for the fight, and it's like, well, we're supposed to be playing music, and I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to a fight night, but like,
no one gives a flip about music.
yeah, and like 2 country songwriters, like Torrin kind of looks at me and is like, I don't even know if we should play. Like,
We might get our
after a
butts
fight.
beat.
Yeah, exactly. But we ended up, we got through it, got paid, and haven't played there since. But yeah,
We
That is a
had
tough
that.
one.
We had that happen one time in Norman, Oklahoma.
Oh, for the women's
Was it a
softball
Sooner
World
game?
Series.
oh wow.
And apparently the Sooner
Women.
women's softball team is like a force there. So
And
it's
guess
a
who they
big
were
deal.
Won like
playing?
a bunch of them back to back kind of thing.
Guess who they were playing in the finals? It was the last game.
Was it
UT.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, how long could like a softball game be? And then I think they scored like 9 runs in the first inning. And that took like an hour. And we're like, dude, it is halfway through the first inning, and it's been an hour. That was when that was the night that like I was like rage drinking. By the time we got on stage, it was just
He
like,
was.
they're like, this song's about, and they have like ESPN 6 inches from my face. And I'm like, ooh, that's pretty colors.
Pretty.
Or you ever been on stage and they have like the projector and you're standing through the projection?
Yes.
Of
No,
the screen?
thank God.
Yeah, that's
Good
cool.
times.
Yeah, they-
That's great. It actually feels like you're having a seizure. Is that
Right,
smell
I'm
burnt
blind.
toast?
But you're also like in the game itself, like
Yeah.
you just gotta be drunk enough.
Hold still.
You're
Hold
gonna pay me
still,
for
it's
my
a big
appearance on
play.
this field? Where's my NIL deal?
So that's why it shows
Right.
it's a good idea to take that little game break.
It is, man.
I will say, me and Kim are going to be up there Friday and Saturday. We're coming to hang out for the whole
Hell yeah.
HowdyFest.
Yeah,
So we're
Nice.
excited, man. We're gonna make a weekend of it, and Bryan come up.
Very cool. That's exciting. You got to go check out some of the newer. Have you been to Bryan since the Owl opened?
The owl.
No, I haven't been to the Owl. I've probably been there since it opened, but I haven't been there. So I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's a nice little place. It's like right on I guess it's on like 27th Street. But yeah, it's just a new bar. It's pretty neat. And then you've got Dustin Batson that's going to be, I think, maybe by the same time HowdyFest is going on. But definitely by next year, he's reopening third floor as a place called Concrete Cowboy.
Oh, nice.
So
Right on.
he's turning third floor into a dance hall, to my knowledge.
Oh, that'll be cool, man. Yeah, we're looking
a bunch
forward
of
to it, man. Bryan's always fun.
It's just it's a cool vibe, man. It's just a fun town.
And your weather's always better than ours.
Hell yeah.
It's not as
Really?
humid in Bryan.
And y'all are still in? Are y'all in Galveston or Baytown?
Baytown, yeah, Baytown.
Baytown.
Gotcha. What's the deal with this? Y'all aren't affected by the Baycliff thing, are you?
No, that's by my school I teach at.
No, it was wild because
Really?
we drove by it like at 1 a.m. on Saturday night or Sunday morning.
Right before it burned.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
like literally like hour before. I'm like, man, if we'd have hung out and talked some shit, we could have seen it. But we were just
Right.
exhausted. Like, let us go home.
Do you know what even is burning? Because there's nothing out there. It's like this
What's a
old
power plant? I mean, there's
No,
all
no, no.
sorts
The
of
power
old-
plant was scrapped a decade ago.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
structures are still
that's
out
what
there.
I had seen. That it was like
Cooling towers.
Yeah, it's
on
wooden
fire.
cooling towers that are out there. So I can't imagine what kind of wood is burning at this point.
But wood, whatever filtration stuff.
Yeah, dude. Like, imagine it's probably like my lungs hurt. It's got to be all the fresh air.
Well, it's probably like the hotel over on I-10, man. It's probably just like, homeless folks out there trying to start a fire or something.
Probably.
Because we have there's a hotel that's right at I-10, like over in Channelview, that's been on caught fire 3 times now. At least 2, but I want to say it was a third.
Oh, it's like
Where,
an abandoned.
Like part of it,
just-
they closed down, yeah, 'cause it caught on fire, and then like homeless people burnt down like the next floor, and then they put it out, and now like the ground floor burnt, but it's still there, just kind of like this keeps getting worse and burning lower and lower.
But see, that tells you American made lasts.
It's just
okay?
telling you
my
that if you wait long enough, you don't have to pay for a wrecking crew. People will eventually burn it all the way down for you.
You get enough people with meth, things happen.
oh goodness, yeah.
There's a song there.
Well, Rob, I went to University of Arkansas, and I met a guy in my dorm that was from Joplin, and he said that their local McDonald's, when he was like a junior or sophomore in high school, their local McDonald's exploded because there was in Joplin because they were cooking in the bag,
Oh, wow.
No
wow.
way.
like at the McDonald's. Yeah.
Wow.
That's okay. The Sonic by me had to get like basically they had to fire everybody because apparently the crews that were there, they had special numbers that you come through the drive-thru and order like take a 67, and that was because you wanted an ounce of weed. They were
selling through the window. Holy.
So it's like,
That's not that rare.
I was kind of impressed seeing kids being ingenious, being entrepreneurs. Gotta like the spark there, bud.
Yeah, it's a little.
So
safer than Pine Park.
are y'all gonna be? Do y'all have any other shows coming up like this weekend? Are y'all doing anything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're playing Anderson Fair on Thursday. Our friend Matt Harlan took over for Ken Gaines doing like their monthly, or I guess twice a month, songwriter showcase deal. So he was charitable and allowed us to come play Anderson Fair, which will be cool. That's like one of those historic venues.
It's on a school night.
That we've never been allowed into. So I'm like, yeah.
We've been allowed in there when we pay to get in.
Well,
Right,
yeah.
but not asked to be there.
Not to play there,
To
though.
see a show there.
Is that is that kind of like a listening room style place?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like Houston's version of the old quarter. Like it's actually
Older.
yeah, it started right near the last probably few years or around the time that the original old quarter in Houston was around. So I think it's been around since like the 70s.
It's impressive.
Okay.
It's where like Lyle Lovett got his start and a lot of other people. Like it's where people started like, oh, take him seriously. Like he's writing songs. And then,
Wait, does that mean they're going to take us seriously after Thursday?
probably not. I mean, that's like,
There
you know,
go.
We don't even take
Just light
ourselves
that
very
firework
seriously.
and wait for it to.
that's like playing like, like Lukenbach or now. And it's like, dude, we're going to be just like Willie Nelson. It's like, no, this is it's a place people go to. I don't know. I guess Anderson Fair is still not like a tourist trap. It's
No.
just,
No.
it just is what it is, man. We'll see. It's the same the lady who runs the bar there is a lady who ran the bar at the original old quarter. So
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Joy's
that's
still
neat.
going there. Yeah. I didn't realize that till we interviewed her for the documentary we're working on. I was like, oh my God, like you're Joy.
Nice. Y'all working on a documentary like for the band?
Yeah, no, for the old quarter. So I'm doing sound and stuff, and then John Stoll from Grifters and Shills is doing all the video, and Joel's the creative person. So we want to do that. We were just cool. Now that Rex died, we got like a bunch of interviews, like hours of interviews with Rex about everything, all the crazy stories that they, driving around. It was like, so watch the old quarter acoustic cafe, because it was called the Acoustic Cafe, and it went out of business. They kicked the lady out because she hadn't paid rent, and Rex was driving by. He's like, I'll take it. Gave him the money for a deposit, and like just had him paint old quarter over the girl in the Acoustic Cafe. It was like, so even the logo is left over from the other business. And the old quarter, that sign was on the building in Houston. So he just like, there's two different names he just took from whoever was there.
He just Mod Podged and created what it is today.
Yeah, just awesome. Like, that's fine, man. That name works. We'll call it that. That's cool.
I just like it's an acoustic cafe and they don't serve food.
No, and
it's misleading.
Bullshit.
And nowadays it's not even all that acoustic.
That's how Revolution was. Revolution Cafe and Bar. I mean, we had like a hot pot where we could do pour overs for coffee, but we didn't have food.
It's cafes.
It gets people in the door.
People do ask all the time, "Where's y'all stop serving?" Like, never once.
Did we serve anything in this building.
We had beer. That was it. Yeah, that's
how. But you saw that on the Google ad, and you drove over here.
True.
And, you might. While you're here, you might as well get a beer.
Right. You might as well
see a show. We got someone playing later.
There's always someone on the stage.
So yeah, that was cool, man. Like it's been interesting going through all that, and
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm excited to see that. Is that something that y'all are like? Is the old quarter putting that out, or
yeah, basically it's going to be old quarter related. Luckily Joel was just like, it's going to be released at the end of 2026, so it kind of put the screws down on everybody, because we're like 3 years into it.
Yeah,
it's kind of embarrassing when it goes back to some of the stuff, and it's like, man, we haven't really done anything in a while. But it'd be like we have these periods of activity, and it's like, oh dude, we got like tours and band stuff, and in the middle of that Joel's like, what we should do, dude? We should do a music festival. Joel's kind of like, even if he's not stoned, is like stoner logic all the time. And I say that in a great way, because he's just like, dude, what if we did this? Mm-hmm. And unlike most stoners, he's just driven to do it. Like,
right, yeah.
Like, dude,
I feel like that resonates with me a little bit, of just like more or less like if you say it out loud, it's got to happen.
Yeah,
right.
You got to make it happen.
Yep. And if you don't, then what about all that? Like that guilt and shame of like you're not doing it, so you got to. You can figure out a way, Mod Podge it together.
Right, we talked about it.
Yeah. It has to happen. Duh.
Well, that's what's been cool, man. We're looking forward to the HowdyFest, just to see an alternative way of doing everything. Have the venue there, a bunch of people coming out. And that's our deal. That with anything, man, most of the music community is pretty good about. If it seems like a worthwhile, fun thing to be a part of, it's like, dude, let's just go do it. Whatever happens, happens. Like financially, whatever, dude. Let's go out and just do something cool.
Man, and I appreciate everybody, especially y'all, and invite me on the podcast, and just trying to get the word out about it, and being willing to, because I know a lot of like, it's sometimes not with y'all, but just like in a broad, the country Americana folk genre, sometimes it's hard to like put something together, and somebody's like, oh well, I'm gonna need this much and that much, and it's just like, I can't do that. Like, I want us all to just come together and be able to put on something, and hopefully as a whole, like the community of Bryan College Station can see that, and then everybody not going to make crazy great money, but it'll be worth it. At least make the nut and be able to enjoy the experience where everybody's together and having fun, rather than sitting on their mother-in-law's couch watching reruns of How It's Made for 5 hours.
Well, that's the thing. I think if it comes down where you see that something's being built and a bunch of people are coming together, and it's like, man, most of the pavement's just hanging out there, buddy. I mean, we hadn't seen touring since the Desdemona days, so it'll be cool to see him play. We'd see you again. Remember Bobcat added us years ago on Instagram. Like, I keep seeing y'all's name at all these venues I play, so I was like, I wanted to hit y'all up, man. Hopefully we can see each other one day.
Yeah, dude, Bobcat, man, he's a character. He's an awesome dude, and he works his ass off. I mean, he drives his van all across country all year long.
Yeah, and some of the drives between shows are just like, oh, there's no way that's real. And it's like, today I'm in New Mexico, and like the next day I'm in like Michigan. Like, how'd you do
Holy
that?
Crap.
Like stuff like it's crazy, man. You're just like, word.
He probably doesn't sleep.
Those little pills in the packets at the gas station?
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
got a lot of kids through high school.
Like caffeine pills. I was just telling. I'm at my parents' house right now, and I drove from Taos through this weekend. It's about a 14 hour drive to Houston from Taos, and I like 2 years ago, a 10-hour drive was like it's not gonna be too great, but
You can do that in a day. Yeah.
I can do that. It's fine. And now, like just 31, and it just feel like the whole cliches of 30s and stuff. I really like 4.5 hours is like I'm dragging. I can't do these like road warrior kind of stuff anymore. So I definitely respect Aaron Bobcat to be able to do that kind of thing.
Did he just say 31?
Yeah, I'm 51.
I'm not trying to.
It's okay.
That wasn't the intention.
I'm just teasing.
It's all right. I was reading an article where it's like showing out the times where people age. Like it's not, there's like these periods of like your body's just like, nah, we're going to coast for a little bit. Like early 30s, like mid 40s, and then like 60s is where you start having like, there's a major decline.
Change.
30 was where I
Yeah.
started going like, oh dude, this started feeling this injury I had in high school again. Like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Well, what I've experienced in the last year or two is that I'll have typically in my 20s, if I had some kind of pain, I would be able to point towards like, oh, I was drunk and I did this, or I stubbed my toe or whatever it is, and I just like I'm drinking a lot less now. I have a lot more better short and long term memory, and I just like I know for a fact there's no reason for this to hurt as much as it does, but yet we're here and I'm in pain, and I don't know why.
I feel that.
Yes.
I know what he's talking
It's
about.
just one of those
Big
things
time.
where your body's like, remember 10 years ago when you hurt this? Still
When you
fucked
hopped
up.
on
it
off that
didn't
bar
hurt
stool.
Still fucked up.
Yep.
Just want you to know that we're still like, thanks, we're still
Right.
broken.
I think you said, I feel invincible. And your body's like, cool, give it some time. I got you.
Good time.
I actually looked in the mirror today at work. I was like, where did this bruise come from? I don't.
Oh no,
I have
you've
no
hit
idea.
that milestone where you start like bruising
I
like a
used to make
tomato.
I used to make fun of my dad when I was younger because he had these like little red, like they're moles, but they're red.
Yeah, I have those.
And now I'm starting to get them. Damn it. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
This is what they mean by getting old. Son
That's
of
when you
a-
start being like, I'm turning into my parent, like all the shit my parents are making
Oh,
fun
yeah.
of. You're like, God.
You're like, I really do like jorts and white socks. It's a good look. It's comfortable.
Well, cool, man. Let's go ahead and get to the. I don't think I ever warned you about this either, but whatever. We have the one question we asked for the entire season, and we're going to ask you to give us
He looks
recommendations of one podcast, one book, and one album or musician that you think people should check out that deserves some attention.
Huh, okay. One podcast.
Are you a podcast listener?
Yeah. I would say.
What's your favorite?
I don't know. I definitely I like some of the comedian podcasts like Theo Vaughn and Shane Gillis and Tom Segura and his wife do a podcast, Christina Pajitsky. But I mean, most of the time I'm trying to think of like a better, not super popular podcast. I don't listen to too many of them in a independent manner. But I would say like Theo Vaughn's podcast I really do like. And then what did you say? A book and an album. I would say book. Let's go with David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay.
He's a psychologist. And then album.
Or
That's the hard.
musician,
Or an
musical
artist.
recommendation.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say like I'm just gonna go with my favorite and like kind of inspiring artists, American Aquarium, B.J. Barham, and specifically the Things Change album.
Okay,
Solid.
check it out.
That was it. That's actually probably like that one. That's when they kind of BJ got more political on that record.
Yeah, and I mean that's just like I definitely like some of my favorite artists are it's like American Aquarium, Lost Dog, Street Band, just like the two sides of the catalog kind of thing
Yeah.
that has there's a tipping point and in the modern day with like internet and there's no like urban stories anymore, like there's footage of what you did.
Right. Yeah.
And so, like, being this, like, outlaw or whatever, being a hellion, like, it can only go so far before it's like, man, like, this is kind of sad. Like, and so, like, seeing artists like that were able to have success in the hoot, holler, stomp, drink, have a fun party time, and then go, I'm not going to make it through the end of this. Let's completely change my, my thing and kind of be a little more wholesome, a little more purposeful with convictions and intentions, and not just like Friday night, let's have fun.
Right. I agreed, man. Because, it's good to burn it down as a young folks, but, when you get older, it comes to a point where it's like, if you're having any fun, it's like, we got to preserve this a little bit.
Right.
Well, just like any other kind of artistic output, as you mature, it matures.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll change.
I've learned I've had more fun playing shows since, the Norman show, being more aware of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's a little more
Yeah, you make a
enjoyable to be
point.
present in the moment instead of just like, all right, oh God, I got to remember the C chord here.
Yeah, dude,
'cause
I
I'm
definitely appreciate it because there's a lot less audibles.
We're just going to go to D, Health. Like, what? That's not how the song goes.
F sharp minor. Where the hell did that come from?
I just felt it.
Okay. It's jazz, baby.
You didn't feel that?
Right. I felt that.
I
It was
thought
a
we were
wrong
on. I
note.
thought we were on the same ride here, brother.
Apparently, I paid for a different ticket.
Goodness.
There's got to be some video or some photos of Sam, just doing his own thing, and us just kind of looking at each other in the background, like,
Dude,
what the
the
hell's
best part
happening
is-
right now?
Is I looked down.
You were saying in Norman, I guess
Right.
this was
That was
night.
the one. The game that was the last time I really got on stage. Like, not okay.
That night was a
Yeah.
train wreck waiting to happen. God.
I feel like lighting this match.
Right. It was like 3
burn
hours after we were supposed to start, and then it was just like,
Situation, totally. I totally understand.
I get it 100%.
Yeah,
man.
no, I've been there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's
No fun.
it's really hard to keep, especially when somebody's just oh, it's fine, and you're just like, yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
It's
Like,
not
I
fine.
really,
yeah.
threw up like
how
85
do
to
what do
1.
I do with these emotions?
Well, yeah, that was the thing. Is like they're like kicking
I think
the
the
crap.
game was like 19 to 1. It's like, can we just start? Like, no one. It's not.
It's over. They're not coming back.
Right. It's like it's second
Yeah.
inning. It's like 19 to 1. Can we just get to it? We're 2 innings in, and it's like 3 hours.
Like, do we really need the sound of this game on?
They're gonna run rule this in a minute. I know it. Like, come on.
Then finally, the owner was like, "Yeah, y'all can go ahead and start.
Thank you.
Like, go ahead and do it."
And by then, the damage was done.
Oh yeah.
all right, motherfucker, this song's called "Good Times."
It was so great.
Kept like, weren't you supposed to sing there? I was like, oh, I was watching Stephen A. Smith on the TV in front of me.
It got me all riled up.
Right.
You could do that.
I don't even know what he was saying, but I was pissed.
Good times, man.
I don't think Stephen A. Smith knew what he was saying, but he's
Nah, I agreed.
100%.
He looks like he's riled up. Well, cool, man. Anyway, enough of him. Got anything you want to add here at the end, or anything we missed?
No, I think we got it, man. I think we're covered. HowdyFest, November 28th, 29th. Doors open at 5. There's a vendor market going on, about like 6 or 7 different independent vendors selling their art, and
Very
I think
cool.
that there's like bath and bodywork kind of stuff. There's a gumbo, a guy selling gumbo.
I'm there. I am
yeah.
definitely there.
You said there's gumbo? Hell yes.
That was Gabe Wooten this last weekend for the festivals, running around delivering gumbo to
I got
people.
no
He
clue.
made
Was that him? I can't remember. Somebody
Tyson
followed the
Webb?
HowdyFest page.
Yeah.
It was like I saw somebody make a post like Galveston, Texas, where some dude in a 2008 Toyota Sequoia will show up and give you a pint of gumbo or something like that.
He was
Yeah.
talking about.
Like, I wonder if that's Gabe Wooten that he's talking about. I'm sure as well it was.
Yeah, because they were texting. He's like, yeah, dude, my buddy's girlfriend was just like, he's like, yeah, man, this is the gumbo we got from the dude out in the alley. And she said, she stopped, like, are we going to die? And he's like, nah, man, it's
Oh,
good.
and Gabe was the dude in the alley?
Yeah, I was out just driving around dumping, like, here, I made a bunch of gumbo. There you go. I have a bunch left over. You want some? Like, just bowls of gumbo coming out of his truck.
Dude, we were in the middle of the show, and like I kept smelling gumbo.
Because Gabe.
I was like, damn it, I want gumbo. I'm going to put this guitar down.
I actually made my parents some jambalaya for dinner tonight. So
Ooh, yummy.
I'm on that game right now.
Dang it.
Getting there, man. It's the time of year for all that.
Is that
Yeah.
the weather
Yeah, I wish it
changed?
was about 20 or 30 degrees cooler.
Yeah, not
Amen.
kidding.
Ugh.
But it looks like there's supposed to be, according to Space City Weather, there's a front coming through on Thanksgiving Day, most likely.
Yeah.
That's
So it means
10 days
HowdyFest
away.
should be pretty chill.
It's
Dude.
going to be humid and disgusting.
Dude,
until
Eric
then.
Berger doesn't lie.
Okay.
Not really, man. They're usually pretty on top of it. So
Hell yeah.
I'm just going to hide until then in the air
So
conditioning.
that's it. So that's the sale, man. November 28th, 29th, 5 p.m. start both days. There'll be gumbo, and it's going to be perfect gumbo weather.
At the 101.
$10 at the door. HowdyFest.
Yes, sir.
Pay for the seat, but you're only going to need the edge.
Right?
There you
And
go.
good beer selection, too. So,
Yeah, they do.
hey.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, we got y'all, Gabe Wooten, Torrin Franklin, Ethan Pacheco, Joel Allen, grifters and chill. Man, I gotta.
You gotta work on that.
Might have to write it down.
We
and
should
read
do
it.
like one of the the grindcore shows.
The Instagram, throw it out there. I guess the Instagram is HowdyFest Texas. So
All right.
give that I like to share, follow all those internet buzzwords.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, thanks for coming and talk to us, and we will see you in week and a half.
Yep.
Yep, we'll see you not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, K-Money.
Bye, y'all.
All right, y'all, that does it for episode 73 of Music in the Minor League. We've only got 2 episodes left this season. We'll be taking next week off for Thanksgiving. We hope you enjoyed our conversation with Nash. We hope to see you around. If you're coming out to HowdyFest, come up and say hi, man. We'd love to talk to you. As a special treat to close out, we're going to put up our next single right now. This will be out on a lyric video on Friday, and it'll be released to all streaming networks the following Friday. This song's called Lost in the Static, and we hope you dig it, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Later.
Searching